So the first question is, what advice would you give yourself? What advice would you give yourself when you're younger?
One advice I would look to myself when I was younger.
Yeah, would you give to yourself?
Well, I did give a good advice. I give to myself that wherever I see the cement mixed in front of the house, I would go and help. Right? Because there were no masters to teach me. So the only way I will learn, if I go and help, and I do something, and then I look what they're doing, and I learn what they're doing. So wherever I saw the cement, that's what they used to do in the village. Since somebody have a job done in a house, they mix the cement in front of the house, and they say, oh, they're doing something. So you go there, can I help? No, I don't need your help. No, that's all right. I just want to look up and help you a little bit. Yeah, all right, come in. Yeah, what's your name? Oh, okay. And said, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing the floor in the kitchen today. Well, can I help you bring some towels? Yeah, all right, I'll bring some towels. Hey, that's all right. And then I was there, passing him the towels, and the man there took his time. He put it on, he take it off, and then he put it on again, and then he put it on again, and that's how I was learning, When I went to learn that with the master, I already knew something, I was only 11, And then after that, my father knew that I want to learn sort of what we call bricolage, because that's you do everything. We asked a few of the masters that were in the village, nobody would take me. So he found out that there was one, the master, by walking it would take you 2 hours to go to the other villages. So he took me there, and this man took me on. But he had no family, he had just him and his wife. Anyway, he done a big building all by chisel and hammer, done a 2 or 3 story building. Everybody used to say that he was the best one. His name was Pavelucci Giamano. Pavelucci, I forgot his second name now. Anyway, so he took me on and everything. And they told me to go and sleep in another house, which was his wife's sister. I was sleeping there, and I had to go to work there. But at lunchtime, we used to go and eat with him in his house. And he was very jealous. He didn't want me to teach you. He had no kids, but he didn't want me to learn. As soon as I touched the trowel, no, you bring the cement. You do this, do that. Never want me to do anything to learn. And after 6 months, I got a little bit, But even before then, I used to eat with him. We had 1 hour lunchtime time off. And what happened, I used to eat very quick, go back to the job. We were working. He would come up after 1 hour, half an hour for eating, and half an hour he was home. And he used to put towels on, and then clean them off before he come. Put the cement in a heap, put the towels back in the water, and that was it. He come back and I had to do like he wanted me to do this and that, And I told my dad, I said, look, that's what's happening. He said, well, you don't need to stay here, we'll take you away. So he took me back to the village. And then we asked around, and we found one man from our village who was living in the city. And that's what he was doing. He was putting towels and a lot of repairs and everything. So I wanted to work with him. And again, I was sleeping in his house, but he was renting the house. He was renting downstairs 2 rooms and a kitchen. But he had 2 kids, so the kids, they had no room for me. But upstairs, when you go to an apartment, they give you part of the upstairs and part of the ground floor. It goes with the flat. So I was there, and then I was worried. And there was about a couple of years I was with him. I learned a lot because I always want to learn. I was willing. So you used to mark the tiles, and I knew how to put a hole in it. You used to cut the tiles before you need to put it down, all this sort of thing, you know. And we never paid him anything. That was the law then, you know. When you're learning, you don't get paid. At Christmas time and Easter time, you bring a present to your master. And that's what was it. Anyway, after that, I was with him. In the winter time, I used to go back home because for a couple of months it snows and cold, the cement become ice. You can't even work it, you know, outside. And so I was ready to go home. After about 2-3 years, I was with him. 1, 2, 3, about 3 years. And so I went to this restaurant, and it was a cheap restaurant. You can get pasta fagioli, which is pasta and beans, $10 or something like that, you know, to eat there. So I went there to eat before I was going to go home in a village in the wintertime because it was a snow. And I sit on the middle of the room there, the restaurant, cheap restaurant, and there was a round table, and this man come in, like a few others there. He said, "Can I sit here?" Yeah, sit, have a seat. You want to sit at my table? Oh, right. But I knew him. He was the owner, the builder that was building the 6-story floor, just across the road from the restaurant. And he asked me, he said, "Well, I know you. I saw you behind this other man every day," sort of thing. Who is he? "Oh, this is Peppino Fratangelo, and I work with him." "And what do you do?" "Oh, we put tiles." "You tiler?" "Oh, yeah, that's all. Well, we're ready to do tiling here, you know. You reckon you could do it?" "Of course I can do it." And he said, "Well," I said, "Well, my young boy." "Yeah, it's all right." I said, "You try me, see if it's okay." Anyway, so what happened, on Monday, I didn't go home that night because it was Sunday, and I had a room to stay. So I went there on Monday. I said to him, "I'll come Monday and try. See if you don't like it, you know, well, how much you want it, a square meter." "Well, what I want," I said, "I want a little boy." I said, I don't want much, you know. He said, "Well, how much?" And he said, "Well, 40 liters a square meter." "What? 40 liters a square meter? Well, that's very cheap." He said, No, I'm going to give you more." And he said, I'll give you more." You know, "How much?" And he said, "Well, okay, 50 liters. No, too much. Not enough. Anyway, we come up with the price, 80 liters. The price was 110. All right. So, but before anything, I said, "Do the job if you like it. I don't know the way. Don't worry about it." And I wanted 2 laborers. "Oh, okay, no problem. What time it be?" 7:30. It was a bit early in winter time, you know. But I went there, we looked around. I took my tools and everything, and then start working. He went away, you know. And he come back around about 2 o'clock, something like that. And he saw they already done one room with the floor tiles. It's different than the way you lie here. They're different. They're much easier. Anyway, so what happened? To do a room, you're going to take a parallel from one wall, you put the string, and then you put a square. From the other side, all full tile. So what happened is then you're going to put one full tile as a square, and then you put the cut that is at the back. Could be half tile, could be 3/4, could be a quarter, depends. And I had this machine, hand machine, that you put a tile where the mark is, you go push it down, and it cuts the tile. because the child was only 2 days old before you put it down. It's still soft, and the machine cuts that. Anyway, so I done that, and then in the afternoon I done in the other room. I done 2 rooms. And so he was very happy. He said, well, I'm happy. I'll give you 80 liters, all right, but I should give you more. No, that's okay. Anyway, so while I was there, he was happy with it. There were some other people, some bricklayers, they were doing the vision walls. And those people there, they almost finished to do all the division walls in 6 floors. And one of them said, Luigi, I've got a family, I've got 4 kids. He said, teach me how to put the tiles, I'll help you to do this. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I want to learn. No, okay. So, said, all right, how much I'm going to give you? You used to get 2,000 liters a day. Said, oh, I can't give you that. No, I don't want that. Anyway, so we talked to the owner. He agreed that I could do that. And I used to get a square for him in a room with the cut at the back. You're only going to fill it in 2 rows at a time to make a room. He couldn't do much like I used to do, but, I done quite a bit. Every now and then, Luigi, I made a mistake. That's all right, I'll come over. I went over, straight up. Okay, back again. We used to have a straight edges, a piece of marble, 2 meters long, the marble, but 300 wide, 2 meters long by 100, and 3/4 thick. So use that as a strategy. When you put a trouser, you put strategy on nice and stride, you can't go wrong. Anyway, to cut short, he went on like that. And I used to get quite a bit of money. But Mom and Dad was very happy. My friends in Italy, they were 13, 14, the same age, and they wanted me to buy cigarettes. I used to buy cigarettes, but I couldn't smoke. As soon as I put my cigarette in my mouth, they pulled it off from me because they could smoke. I didn't know what to smoke. Anyway, so I carry on with this, and then another man who was working there with this other man, and they helped me, he said the same. At last I had 3 men were helping me, and we finished the building. All right. Yeah. Okay, stop.